We have the story from Yahoo. Biden announces one-time $770 payment for LA wildfire victims.
Everything's all better now.
Big money now, yeah. Case closed.
Well, this is from
Problem solved.
Well, when the last tragedy happened, it was $700, so they've upped it. But during the campaign, 100%. I remember when she said that. When she said 700, I thought to myself, if I was the strategist here, I'd be like, say you're going to give them financial aid. Don't say $700 because it sounds offensive. Why does it sound offensive? Because it's offensive. People just lost everything. You're like, don't worry, we got you. Here's 700. Now it's 770. How many people look at that? And also, by the way, you don't just get the 700. You got to apply. We got to make sure that you're good for it, and not everyone did. So if I was the PR manager, I would have been like, don't say 700 because that's not a sexy number.
You're better off saying nothing. I mean,
770 isn't much more sexy.
No. There is a serious challenge, though. I mean, how would the government be able to compensate everybody what they'd actually need?
Well, here's the thing, like in California specifically, we don't have poker tournaments in California anymore, not big ones anymore, because of the taxes. Nobody can win because the state tax is an extra 7 or 8%. So the question is, like, if I lived there, and I would be asking the question, why am I paying so much tax here? Like, what do I get extra that I wouldn't get in another state? What is that? Do I get safety? We have one national disaster that's prominent in this area. Do we have resources and money? Is that money going to that? Or what is the money going to, right? And that's where I would be upset.
We here don't do any business with California at all. The regulations, the laws are cumbersome, offensive. So, like, we've had people who want to work remote. Some people we have here who work remote for one reason or another. And, in Pennsylvania, it's totally fine. You're not that far away. You can drive when you need to. We can fly you in. Wisconsin, no big deal. California, sorry, can't help you. The taxes, the regulations. Like, we had one instance where I think we do zero business with California for this reason, and California still tried coming after us for some reason, like sending a letter to one of our other addresses, claiming about some, like, money owed for some reason. I just, like, laughed and threw it away. I'm like, yeah, nice try, dude. I view the state as regressive and oppressive. When we look at the wildfires right now, the point you bring up about where the tax money is going, clearly it's not being managed properly. But I believe California has the highest taxes in the country.
I believe so.
Yeah.
When I was in the car business, it was 8.25%, like back in 2006. Like that's huge.
New York City, I believe, is the highest taxed place to live.
The city, yeah, because you have city tax, state tax,
right.
And
okay.
But California, I think, is the highest income tax. So the question then for all you guys is, for everybody, I mean, like, rhetorically, what are they doing with all that money?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I do know a lot of people that have left California, and they seem to be one of the, I think it was 5 years running, I saw a stat. They're one of the top 5 states that people are leaving. And they're going to Austin, Texas. They're coming to Las Vegas.
Yeah. And
Boise,
Southern California is friggin' awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, the weather, like last February, I was there. I'm in Lakewood, and it's beautiful. I'm walking around in shorts, and you look over to the mountains, and they're snow-capped. And I don't ski, but I know you can go and ski during the day and come home. And then if you want, you can go to the beach in the same day. It is awesome. And that's why the government has the ability to behave in such absolutely horrible ways. If it wasn't gorgeous and wonderful, you wouldn't have a government that treats its citizens like such garbage and as is so absolutely awful to the taxpayer.
I guess I go back to the $770 payment, and the question is, like,
it's not like half of a rent or a third of a rent for these people.
Should the federal government give everybody $10,000? Even $10,000 is not going to cover the loss of your entire life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know the number.
It's better than 770. Don't get me wrong.
Right. It just doesn't. This feels like not even a Band-Aid, but like the tip of a Band-Aid without any of the pad.
Yeah, this is like
the glue.
A month's worth of, like, not even a month, like 2 weeks of groceries.
Yeah.
If that. Good luck. You got nowhere to live. But
I mean, if any state would be the state that gives more, it should be California, because the people there are paying more to live there.
Well, it is Biden, right? So I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
The state is doing anything.
Good point. Federal.
I'll say this, man. I have no. How many people have been displaced? 200,000. Let me see if I can do some quick math and see how much we can get these guys. We'll get them something good. Let's do this.
I mean, what do we just send, a couple billions or a couple $100 million to Ukraine again? Like, I'd rather pay my taxes and give it to those nice folks who had their homes burned down.
We should be able. What? Is this math wrong?
175,000 people is what they've said have been displaced in LA. So
okay, let me do this. I think I got the numbers wrong because ChatGPT's math basically says if we stopped funding Ukraine, we could give everybody $1 million who's been affected by the fires. So how much?
Oh, ChatGPT.
Let's get the hard numbers on this one. I think my numbers are right. I'm gonna go with the low end. Let's just go with the low end. Let's do this. Here's how much if we don't fund Ukraine, the federal government could give $380,000 to each individual evacuated over this disaster. That's not even the people who've lost their homes. There's been 12,000 structure collapses. So with 175,000 people evacuated, we say no money for war in Ukraine, $380K for the American citizens. What say you guys? How do you feel about
I
it?
love it. First should go to the folks of North Carolina. I mean, I want to take care of. I mean,
That's true.
I don't know priority wise.
All right, so Israel's money can go to
Yes, there we go. There we go.
the people that have are still dealing with the stuff that happened in North Carolina, that was months and months and months ago. So they should get priority over the people
yes.
in California just because they've been dealing with the disaster longer. Get those people made whole as much as you can possibly, and then move on to California. Because in California, it's not done happening.
And it's warm there. You find you live on the freaking streets, but in North Carolina, you're freezing. You're in the woods.
Yeah, like they were saying that today and tomorrow is like 100-mile-an-hour winds again. So I haven't looked at what's going on currently, but if the winds are that strong, they're not gonna be able to advance containment. It's going to be just a matter of trying to stay where it is. Never mind actually making progress.
Are we still at 10%?
I think it's between 14 and 70% contained.
Okay.
But with the winds kicking up, it's starting to spread again. And now there is another fire. We can throw this one on. The auto fire has burned 56 acres.
Not Ventura.
Yeah, out in Ventura. And it's crazy because I saw an early report that they contained it, but now it's looking like it's not contained at all. And Fox said 0%.
Why are they calling this the auto fire?
I don't know.
Probably maybe auto dealerships in that whole area, Oxnard, Ventura.
Oh, is that it?
Maybe because that's what my whole my 20s.
Looks like there's a bunch of
was in car dealerships. So in that area.
Man, this stuff just keeps freaking me out because I didn't grow up in this area or anything like that. I only lived there for a couple of years, but for like industry wise with skateboarding, especially in music, I know a lot and TV, and I know a lot of people over here. So we got I don't even know what's going on over here. A cluster of fires at a golf club. Let me pull this up. It's crazy. Like
That's a lot of fun.
Well, some seem so. I mean, I've saw videos of like fires just being started.
Yeah, these arsonists.
Random, like what is happening with that? Like that. What is that about?
Just today, Ghosts of Washington on Twitter showed one up.
Some people want to watch the world burn.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering, like, what is the incentive? Is this like climate activists that want to prove climate change is real going, watch, I'll burn this whole place down?
I think there's
We're psychos.
there's a lot of homeless people, and mentally ill people is almost a circle Venn diagram. Yeah. Like there are so many people that have mental illness. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of people that have mental illness, and they're just like, well, I can do it too.
I would not be surprised if at least one of these guys or some element were far left progressive or far left extremists, because many of these people, their view of revolution is we have to destroy the system by any means necessary to start a new one. So when I watch a video of a guy, take a look at this video. Mm-hmm. This guy is literally starting a tree on fire. Why did he do that?
What?
Why did he? That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the video. What's one of the videos I saw?
David Harris Jr. just posted this guy, for no reason,
the white dude,
tried starting a massive fire, burning a tree. I think
people are angry, right? People are angry for a lot of different reasons, right? So sometimes people want to just literally burn it all down. Yeah. Well, there's already fires, so they get the opportunity to just be like, oh, no, it's fire, and they get to, like a lot of angry, like you said, people that are mentally unstable, a lot of people that went through the whole period of isolation and the mental health issues. A lot of people suffered from that. The sort of divisive nature of the political climate, social media, like people get radicalized, right?
Yeah.
And so if you radicalize whichever way, like it's a hop, step, and a jump towards just burn it all down.
It's trendy now for these folks.
Well, when we heard the insurance companies pulled out of California and started canceling these policies, The first question we have is like, why would they do that?
That's a strategic decision based on information. Like when
Exactly.
insurance companies do this, they're like, okay, we make a lot of money doing this. Oh no, we're not going to make any money. Why? What do you foresee coming? Right? And there's like, people have predicted. What was it, 6 months before? There was a fireman who said, like, it's as simple as like, if we have a bad wind, it's going to all burn down. We can't do anything about it. We can't stop it. So like, you don't blame the firefighters themselves. They're literally risking their lives for it. They don't have the resources.
But what was the reaction from far leftists when the news broke about the insurance companies? They started posting a series of memes of people speed dialing Luigi Mangione.
Oh, geez.
Which
of course
is insane because in both cases, it's the government that's actually at fault. The reason that the insurance companies pulled out of California was because the government said that they couldn't raise the prices on insurance. So the insurance company said, we're going to lose our butt if something like what is happening now happens. And the reason they didn't raise the prices is because the government said you can't. And then when it comes to like the whole thing with Luigi, like the reason that health insurance is so expensive is because there's no market and because the government is involved in healthcare. Both of these issues are actually because of government manipulating the markets and not having an open market that can actually make decisions based on the realities on the ground. But yet they're blaming the corporations because they're idiots.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.